Yeah, who can tell me I'm wrong for how I'm getting this paper? Life is hell, we can make it in mail, and ain't nobody gon' save us. So I can really give a damn if you think that I'm wrong, go right. Oh yeah, y'all, go hustle. Hey, I'm hustle all night. Yeah, who can tell me I'm wrong for how I'm getting this paper? Life is hell, we can make it in mail, and ain't nobody gon' save us. Give a damn if you think that I'm wrong, go right. What we gonna do? I'm hustle all day. Ho! I'm hustle all night. Want to welcome everybody. Hey, it's Tuesday night. It's Sports Talk, y'all. Y'all in the room with TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel and a global reach, y'all. Let's get it going. Let's get it going tonight, y'all. Got a great crew. Got my fellas gonna back me up today, so I'm gonna bring them right in. I didn't take too long on my intro. Okay, what they talking about, y'all. But anyway, just fresh doing his thing on the Two Dogs Sports Talk out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Show some love for my main man, Mr. Jeremiah. What?
What's up, everybody? What's up, everybody? Have a happy Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving, people.
What's happening? What's happening, Jeremiah?
What's going on? What's going on?
All right. Also, well, matter of fact, he's not in the Midwest right now. He's somewhere. He might tell us he's somewhere going west. We know he's going west. Might have been closer to our main man, Mr. Mark Howard, who won't be with us tonight, though. So we're just going to give a shout out to Mark. Mark, hope all is well. He got to coach the kids tonight. Sometimes you got to put on them big boy pants and do what we need to do, man, and keep guiding those kids. But also, my co-hosts are in the room, y'all. Let's bring them in. Let's show them some little love.
Hey, what's up, baby? Hey, look, Vance, that's the first time I've heard the beginning of that song. For a minute, thought I was in an episode of The Wire, you know. But let me say this. First of all, I want to say congratulations to my father-in-law. And, I guess that means I have to say it to Vance, too, for celebrating the 111th year of Omega Psi-Phi.
Yeah, man. We just had our founders, on the 17th, man, our Founders Day, man. So Cooper Coleman, Justin Love, man, that's the brothers. That's our founders, man. So yeah, big ups, big ups, big ups. Thank you, Phil.
Yes, sir.
So, fellas, man, I hope you got your top five. Y'all got your top five ready for us today?
Yeah, what's going on? Yeah,
y'all a little silent over there. Y'all a little.
Well,
little
I never pay any attention to that because any one that I say is going to be, top five. So,
well, co-host, man, let's see what your list is. The top five teams in the NFL. Who you think, man? See if your list is fluid.
It's a shake-up. It's a shake-up.
Well, we're gonna see.
I gotta tell you.
Uh-huh.
But I'm surprised you. I know you think I'm going with Kansas City number one, but I'm not. I'm still putting the Eagles at number one.
Okay.
Kansas City at number two.
Okay.
And number three, the Dallas Cowboys. Yeah, you heard it right. The Dallas Cowboys. And after that, it really doesn't matter. Those top three, any one of those are going to win. But just because it's you, Vance, it's you, Vance, huh?
Well, we're five now. Let's finish it out.
Well, four, I hate to say this, but it's going to be the Buffalo Bills. I was going to move the Buffalo Bills down to five. Well, I am. I'm moving them to five, and I'm going to put my Ravens in at four because their schedule is favorable. So I'm going to have the Ravens at 4 and the Bills at 5.
Not bad, not bad. The host, the co-host, the host of the Two Dog Sports Show. What you got, baby? What you got today?
Phil, you're doing good, man. You're doing
Oh,
good. You're doing good.
mm-hmm.
Me and Phil basically got the same thing. I got the Philadelphia Eagles 1, Kansas City Chiefs 2, Dallas 3. It's a toss up. I got the Ravens at 4. But it's a toss up with me between the Dolphins, the Bills. San Francisco haven't won enough. I need to see another week to 2 weeks on San Francisco, just to make sure where they should be and where they will be. But it's a toss up between the Dolphins and the Bills. The Dolphins they've beat the Bills, and they on a roll, and they have an awesome offense that's on fire. Tua's doing his thing, so that's what.
Well, looks like we lost Jeremiah. I think he was afraid to go against me.
Hey, but anyway, hey, I don't know, but let
You
me tell
know,
you,
I think he really wanted to say the Dolphins at 5, but you know, he was a little shaky there.
see
As
why
far
I
as
make up. Okay, man, but y'all's list,
it's better than yours.
I don't think so, brother. Because first of all, y'all got the Eagles still at Let me see who's this. 'Cause I can't see nothing. Still
Look,
at
if you
yeah.
stop trying to look sexy and wear your glasses, it might work out.
No, he can't see. You see, I got him on, but ain't no picture.
Yeah.
So I'm going to go on and take him off. But the Eagles, I got Kansas City. I just switched you to. You guys had Eagles, Kansas City. Uh, y'all had the Eagles and Kansas City. So I'm just switching. I think it's Kansas City and the Eagles.
Hey, you did that on purpose, didn't you? You cut me off on purpose, Vance.
No, sir.
We was talking too much right stuff that you just cut me off all of a
No,
sudden.
I mean, I thought you dropped yourself with that mess. I thought you pushed your own eject button. That bull, y'all got the. There's no way I'm putting the Cowboys 3 above the Bills. Can't do it. Now, so I got the Bills. I got KC, Eagles, Bills. I got to throw Dallas in number 4. I got to at least give them 4. I'm gonna give Dallas 4. You know, I don't know. I might have to slide them San Francisco 49ers up in there. I
Well,
know
Vance, just go ahead, hurry up. You're a loser anyway. Hurry up.
Come
You're a
on.
loser.
I done beat y'all up. And matter of fact, I won my fantasy this week too, though. So all the
Yeah.
way around. But anyway, y'all, and I think San Francisco gonna slide in there. It's gonna be my number 5. But y'all had a good fluid. It's fluid. Y'all's list is fluid. Because Miami, one thing about Miami, you heard him this morning, Coach Hearn. You got to see Miami playing that cold. They playing in the sunshine. And this week, where they going? They going to Arizona. Where they going this week? Miami.
Probably to the next question.
Man, don't even sweat that, Phil.
Miami playing at home this week.
Oh, they at home. See, they staying in the sunshine. Still
They
in the
played.
sunshine.
They played the Houston. They played the Houston Nobodies.
Oh, yeah, that's right. That's right. Well,
Okay.
y'all, let me take a quick thing. Go ahead.
No, I'm waiting on you. Go to the next thing. Let's
Yeah,
go.
I'm gonna
We ain't
take
heard enough of your nonsense.
quick station break, man. You just tune in to TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with the global reach, y'all. So let's man, we got a lot of folks. Sedaria, see you on the house.
Hey, Sedaria.
We got some new folks. Terrence,
Hey, Terrence.
Kenya Hayes in
All
the
right.
house. Bella Black in the house.
Well,
What's going on? What's going on,
I
people?
know, man. We like when new folks come on. We thank everybody for tuning in.
Oh, uh, I fault Miss Yee. I mean, he forgot your name.
And ain't no ye is why not me.
They ain't whatever. They ain't no why not me.
Why not me?
yeah,
That's what
it's
it is.
why not me?
Yeah, it
Oh
is. See?
Lord.
Yeah.
Okay, I ain't gonna go there with
We
that one.
love it. We love our
Yeah,
fans, y'all.
you got to learn you got to learn your foreign languages there, Jeremiah.
And also, y'all, and take a look down at our ticket taker because I want to make sure we got a new show that's on time. It's called Out of Bounds with my main man T Rex. Y'all, it's coming out Sunday, and so check it out right here on Tan TV. See, why not me? You see that?
Yeah, I see it, man.
Okay.
I see it,
Thanks
but
for showing up. Thanks for tuning
they
in.
ain't the way it's spelled on the name. But we ain't gonna go there with that one.
And thanks for joining us. Okay, y'all. Um, let's real quick then. Let's do top five quarterbacks. We could do top five quarterbacks, man. Real quick, man. Co-host. I know you can calculate and
No,
put it up there.
I got to pass this to Jeremiah because Vance again. You're trying to make him look bad, look like he's copying me. Jeremiah, go ahead.
Uh,
She
you
said,
talking about
China, y'all,
you talking about just top five quarterbacks, period, or just top five quarterbacks?
in the NFL.
No
Period.
matter. Okay.
Right now.
I got Patrick Mahomes one.
Mm-hmm.
I have Allen two. I have Lamar Jackson three. Dak four. And my fifth one is Joe Burrows.
I like it. And now I finally agree with you pretty much all the way down the way, except Lamar. Lamar a little shaky for me right now. But what you say, Phil?
Well, Vance again. That's why I say you don't know what you're talking about. Uh, anyway, I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes. I know this sounds familiar to you. Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson at number three, Dak Prescott at number four, and believe it or not, you don't get to the record that they have and the play that he's actually doing. And just because this is the first time you've seen him do it, Jalen Hurts
Right.
is my number five.
Yeah, I think five can be you can put five players or three or four quarterbacks in a hat and pull out any of them be in that top five.
Well, you could, but not me because I only picked the best.
Oh
So,
Lord God.
yeah. See,
I see you sipping on.
my mind
I,
just doesn't wander off to.
I see you sipping on that New Mexico water again.
And that's so crazy. So, yeah, guys, you know that list look pretty fluid. It looks pretty fluid. So, but what we got to do right now? Let's just jump into our first favorite segment of the night, and it's a segment that we call "Just a Doggone Minute," and it's hosted by no other than Mr. Jeremiah Watts, who hosts the Two Dog Sports Show out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Jeremiah, what you talking about tonight, my brother?
I'll be doggone. You know, there's many things I can talk about. I can talk about the Brooklyn Nets, who just got beat down by the 76ers, who's missing their three top players are out, and they just got beat down. I can talk about Aaron Rodgers and the terrible play that he's been doing. I can talk about Wilson and him not taking responsibility for his obsolete play. Or I can talk about the New England Patriots and they can't score a touchdown because they got two defensive coordinators running the offense. But I'm going to talk about Coach Levy of the Oklahoma Sooners, the offensive coordinator. You don't have to be a rocket science to understand that you need to stop throwing the ball. You scored 28 points first quarter. And it should tell you something if you didn't score no other points the second. Well, we go in halftime. We might make some adjustments. We come out, and third quarter go by, and you don't score points again. Then, well, fourth quarter, we still up. And we come out again fourth quarter, and we don't score points again. But we steady passing the ball, but we getting 5-6 yards of carry with our running backs. We know our defense is not that good, but I give the OU defense. They played their tail off last week. They had to because Levy sure wasn't doing them any favors. The offense is ahead, and it took you 43 seconds to go 3 and out. 43. OSU give you the ball back, and it takes you another minute to go 3 and out again. What part of dodo dumb head don't you understand that you need to run the ball? I don't know if you're trying to get Dylan a Heisman Trophy or whatever. I don't know what you're trying to do. I don't know if you're pushing for a head coaching job, but what you're doing as an offensive coordinator is not working, and it's terrible. Run the ball. Stop all the throwing. That's what against Texas, we ran the Wildcat the whole second half. What is going on down at OU with this offensive coordinator? Maybe that's the reason why Lane Kiffin didn't make a big fuss when they said he was leaving. It make you think right about now. But I beg to differ. OU, we need to get another offensive coordinator. I think Venable's going to be good. Give him another 3. He need at least 4 years to get his recruits in there. But the offensive coordinator suck. And I'll be doggone if I'm not out.
Thank you for that, just Mr. Jeremiah. What I really want to ask you, brother, is how did you do this week with your picks?
I went 10-4.
Oh, you went 10-4.
I went 10-4. Plus, I won my fantasy football competition this week because I went against. I was going against Yo because we're in the same league, and I won 132-98.
Yeah.
So
okay. Well,
I'm in first place in my division.
Well, I guess I won my fantasy too. Because I might as well lie with the rest of you. And I don't even know why you think it's an accomplishment beating Yo.
Hey, I done beat everybody in my division. I'm in first place. Playoffs start in about another 2 weeks. And if everything go right, last year I was in the championship. This year I'm trying to win it.
Well, that'll work then. That'll work. But see, Phil, we don't get no invites to the league. We don't get no invites to the league. Me to show up in the league. We don't get no invites. And then today, of all days, he wants to bring up fantasy is when he playing his co-host of the Two Dog Sports Show out of Tulsa, Oklahoma. Yo.
Well, I wasn't really paying attention. I didn't realize I was playing him this week. I knew it was coming up. And I just happened to go on there because I was changing my lineup, and that's who it was. I said, well, bro, I'm sorry that you're going to have to take this beat down. There's no hard feelings. You know, we can still co-host together, but hey, you're the enemy right now, and I just had to beat him down real good. That's all.
Well, what kind of lineup did you have to score 132 points?
Well, if you want to know, I had Lamar Jackson at quarterback.
I did too. I did too. He won me. He won. I had him. He
Uh,
only scored for 16 points. Though. He only gave us in our league.
I had
16. Phil.
Yeah, I had him too.
I had Nick Chubb as one of my running backs.
Ooh, I'm glad I didn't use Nick.
I had Pollard as my other running back.
That was smart.
I had Devontae Adams as receiver.
That happened to work out for you.
Olave as receiver.
Okay. Okay.
Kyle Pitts as my tight end, which I'm finna bench him because he on the IR. Pacheco.
Okay.
And then
Okay.
I had the Eagles defense, and I had Carson from the Vegas as my kicker.
Okay. Okay. Not bad.
I keep telling you, but hey, I play to win. I don't
Okay.
I don't
Well,
I
look
don't mess
here.
around.
Look here. I want to put it out there because I have a partner of mine that he told me, man. I want to put this out in the atmosphere. Let's try to get us a TAN TV league of some fantasy football players. I got a commissioner. So next year I'm gonna start a petition that TAN TV have a fantasy football league. And Mr. Jeremiah, I need to see you and Yo up in there
I ain't got no
so I
pro.
can see,
You think I'm
because
a hold on?
you
You think I'm a run? You
yeah,
think I'm a run?
I like to see
I
you.
don't run from no challenges. You
I,
ain't
I,
said
I,
nothing but a thing.
but I hear you twerking, I hear you thwopping, and then see if you can bring that 132 over into a league. We're gonna have some heavy hitters up in there. And now I see you silent over there, co-host.
Well, no,
Man, but
I'm just marveled that you all really think this is something. I just don't play games. That's just not what I do, baby. That's not what I do. I'm all about the real deal. So, that's all I'm saying. So somebody's got to be in the audience. Somebody's got to be in the stands.
okay, the real deal, McNeil.
Yeah,
Okay,
so I'll be
okay.
in the stands.
All right, y'all. Well, so before we move on, y'all, I want to give a quick shout out to the Bear County Panthers, the 6th and 7th youth team that's in the playoffs right now. They've won their first 2 rounds, and they're getting ready to go into the semis. So good luck, Panthers, man. I'm gonna have the coaches on. We're gonna do a little talking because they play December 3rd. Guys. So hit us up, man. They need support. They also been invited to a national tournament in Vegas, so they need some support, man. So if you want to support them, man, hit us up here at TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have a local feel with a global reach, y'all. You're in the room, and it's sports talk. So, fellas, let's move on, man. Another question, man. Let's just do our. I know these I'm keeping in this subject tonight. I mean, let's go straight to our Dallas Cowboys update. Mr. Jeremiah, what's wrong with my thing here? Okay, I'm having no problems with my. Okay.
For
Uh,
real,
huh?
for real.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I don't need to give an update. Go ask Minnesota what Dallas is all about. You seen it on Sunday? You seen it? Hey, there's no update needed. You seen it?
Yes, we did, Jeremiah. I'm trying to give you your flowers right now.
I don't need we don't need flowers. We want filet mignon, baby. We want steak. We can't do nothing with flowers. We ain't got no green thumb.
Now I noticed you all probably noticed that I was silent, right? And it's really because of this. Last week on the show, I happen to know that a couple of people on the panel happened to bring up the fact in thinking about putting, maybe the Minnesota Vikings in that kind of top 5 range. But you know what? I sat silent then because I didn't have time for that nonsense. And oh my God, I'm looking, and it's you two. Once it went to
Whoa! I didn't put Minnesota nowhere in no top 5.
No. I didn't say you. I didn't say you put them there. The
I,
thought
I
was
didn't even.
suggested that they could be
I
there.
didn't. No. I didn't even. I didn't even think about putting Minnesota in top 5.
And it was authored by you, Vance. And I sat back and I said, such silly nonsense that Vance could think of something like that. And it only took a week for you to see how wrong you were, Vance. But don't worry about it. Next time I'll help you out. I'll text you. Don't say that.
Hey, Phil, I got to eat crow on that. Minnesota came up there and just laid that egg. Oh my gosh. Yeah, but I take it when it happens, man. I take it when, and I'm with you when you're right. I'm with you when you're right. Yo. So let me take a quick station break, and when we come back,
Well, it looks like we lost Vance there. So look, you're watching TAN TV, the African American Network, where we have local feel with a global reach, and Vance is back.
but I like what you was doing, my man. I had to go on because I almost had a choke in there. Chocolate covered raisins. But it's all good though. We're back here. And matter of fact, what we're gonna do is we're gonna jump into our second favorite segment of the night. And well, tonight, is what we call is simply what we call Phil knows it all. So, Mr. Townsend, what do you want to talk about tonight, man? Tell us what we need to know.
Well, I'll just tell you, Vance, we are living in really dire and scary times. I know people are celebrating and are crying out that democracy won in this past midterm election. But let me just say this again, look at the margins. How could things be this close when you're looking at democracy versus autocracy in America? It's just crazy. And the real fear behind this is that we have a Supreme Court that is bought and paid for by the Federalist Society and all the dark money that runs through uh, to where these conservative judges go out and do these kind of covert dining and covert meetings with donors that put out a lot of millions of dollars towards something that these justices want. And I got to tell you, there's a story out now where this evangelical uh, advocate set up and said that he knew about a case that was going to happen that the Supreme Court was going to vote on and go in favor of Hobby Lobby, which was the suit to where companies wouldn't have to pay for, things like birth control for individuals that work for them. And he said he knew about the case from a lady that Justice Alito and his wife had over for dinner with her husband. Now, there are the New York Times, which did the story, said there are some gaps in the guy's information, but there are certainly emails that lend credibility to his story. And for Justice Roberts, the Chief Justice, to have this big outcry when someone leaked about the Roe v. Wade pre-decision, and they want to get all down to the bottom of it. Well, the same advocate wrote to Justice Roberts to let him know that he knew the outcome before the time, and Justice Roberts didn't even answer back. In other words, he tried to keep it down on the down low. These 6 conservative justices, let me repeat again, are bought, owned, and paid for by the Federalist Society and the big donors that donate to the Historical Society for the Supreme Court. We have got to put an end to this nonsense and get some type of code of ethics there at the Supreme Court. It's amazing. The number one court in the land does not have to abide by any type of code of ethics. Congress, it's time for you to get on something and force these guys to have a code. Thank you much.
Well, thank you, Phil. Once again, that was brilliant, man. Brilliant, brilliant. We appreciate you, man. You know,
Vance, if I could just tell you, the scary thing about this is that there's a case before the Supreme Court, Moore v. Harper. It's kind of like in that stemming off of that North Carolina and the whole gerrymandering thing that they're going on. But the decision that they could make if coming off of that is that state courts, state constitutions would not have any play in the state elections. You could set up and have a state legislature that says, oh, well, we want to gerrymander this and that way. And guess what? The courts would not be able, I'm talking federal courts, would not be able to even have a decision and weigh in on that, because the state legislators could get a chance to say, oh yeah, you all voted for this person. Nah, we don't want them. This is who we're going with. So these Republicans could literally throw out the Democratic winner and put the Republican candidate that they want up, and all the votes would go toward that person. So this is an extremely serious case that's before the Supreme Court. And you have to be nervous about it, because they are showing that they are more than willing to circumvent any true law just to try and fix it so that conservative governance can rule this land.
They something else, man. And we as Democrats, man, just we as Democrats, the Democratic Party, man, is just let's sit back and let them. I don't know, man. It's just great, man.
Yeah, I mean, but still, you still got to have that independent and the swing and the sway voter is the one that's going to put something over the top. So even if it's the Democrats, those swing and sway voters are the ones that could still put this nonsense over the top. Again, you had young people come all out this midterm, but you know who the sellout was, and I'm not going to say they were the sellout is in sense, but look, you had to have a group of people who maybe aren't extreme like this, but because there was some type of ideology that they ascribed to, that they actually voted for these extremists to even have these extremists this close. How in the hell can Herschel Walker be close to anybody?
See, Phil, I was just going to ask you about that, man. If you have the chance, and what you do right now, what do you say to the voters in Georgia, man, with this Warnock and Walker runoff?
Well, you look, there's nothing you can really say, Vance, because he's going to have that rural grouping that's going, the people that feel their grievance. See, it's always this part of, and I'm going to call it like it is, white rural America, who, if they can't do anything, right, even though they will suffer in the consequences that come out of them voting for these extremists and all, they still say, but you know what? We're still going to be in a better position than those people of color. That's the whole thing, is to try and always abase a body of people. And if they can do that, then to hell with anything that makes sense. As long as they can feel that there's a sense of less grievance to them, because these people are telling them, we've got your racist back. Don't worry about it.
Man, that's crazy, isn't it, though? That's just so crazy to me, man.
Well, the crazy thing, though, is that you have a double of the amount of voters, Latino and Black voters, joining the GOP with this nonsense going on. Now, how does that happen? That's the real dilemma here, is where did this ignorance come in at? How could they be so gullible to work against their own best interests like that? That's just mind blowing. And I know what they see. They look and they say, when these racist things are being said about people that look like them, they're saying, well, that's them over there. That's not us. And the other guy standing next to him, the white guy standing next to him, saying, you know, Johnny, you're still all right for a color. And he's like, well, thank you. And that's really, you know, the thing that goes, because they don't want to see themselves as part of that group that, you know, is considered not just a minority, but is considered a lower stature. And you know, it reminds me of this interview that this great reporter Paulo Ramos did in the Rio Grande Valley, and actually this happened in Florida though, when she interviewed a young Latino man and an elder Latino woman. Now the guy, yeah, if you close one eye, he could have passed for white, right? And she was talking to them about the census. But the lady, I don't care what she did, you knew she was Latino, right? A Latina. So anyway, she asked them about the census and how they filled it out. Well, she said when she fills out the census, she checks white. And the guy was like, well, no, I wouldn't do anything like that. And when Paulo asked her, why did you check white? She said, because white means America. Think about it. If you want a good piece of the pie, if you want who the pie is baked for, if you want who gets the biggest piece of the pie, and when you get invited over to a house, you get the big piece of chicken, it's white America. And that is why she checked white. It's crazy.
It's amazing. Yeah, I was going to say, man, it's amazing, man. Well, I sure hope the people in Georgia get out. I know, like you said, that's man, them rural communities. They, you know, they that's where they go get it, man. And I just think the whole thing is just crazy to have Herschel even as a candidate.
He's
And then,
such an embarrassment. And
uh,
I'm not talking about to black people. I'm talking about to mankind.
I mean, I'm telling you, I mean, you know, it's a shame. It's a shame he happens to be black, but man, he's
Well, you know what? Look, I'm under the theory that there are just some people that are just heavily pigmented, and they don't necessarily have to be black. And I think there's a new class of people, and Herschel fits into that. Yeah,
wow,
that's
man.
just, I'm not a researcher,
Yeah,
but
that's what it say.
you know, they just found a new bird somewhere that hadn't been seen. So
Okay, okay.
yeah,
Yeah,
hey,
yeah, it just could be. It just could be, man. So, well, we better strap up, man, because and see, and I see your president, your former president, might be in some more trouble. Uh,
look,
uh, but he on Trump, man. Like, just go on and just get him out the way, man. They scared though. They scared, boy. Mess around and
well, look. Well, let's
have
get to
Trump in
another
the
sports
jail,
question, Vance.
somewhere, huh?
Did we lose Jeremiah?
Yeah,
So
Jeremiah had to run, man. He had an emergency.
oh, okay. Because
Yeah.
see, I didn't know if we lost him or he just felt that our conversation was going to be too above him. But anyway, Jeremiah, come back next time and defend yourself.
Yeah, yeah. Well, Phil, man, I thought we had a great show. I mean, now we're looking toward Thanksgiving in a couple of days. You
Yes.
know, yes, games. How do you see that Dallas Giants game? That could be pretty intriguing. What do you see out of that?
Um, I see Dallas winning, and I don't think it's going to be anything like maybe people might have thought a week ago, 2 weeks ago. Finally, somebody came and said, "Oh, did you know what? Let's force Daniel Jones to beat us."
Mm.
Wasn't it amazing when they said, let's stop Saquon Barkley? Let's hold him to less than a yard per carry and see what they can do. Well, I think we saw what could happen, and Dallas is more than capable of doing that. Yeah, it'll be a good game. But
So go ahead.
so, well, too, because we got to see what's going to happen with Micah Parsons.
Mm, yeah. What's
Yeah, how he
so,
comes along with his injury in this short week. See, so that could say, yeah, that could have an effect right there.
right, right, right.
Yeah.
Well, we'll see, man. And right now, boy, they playing like a Super Bowl, like that, like they can get there. They playing like they can get there.
Well, yeah,
This past week.
right. But Vance, when you get to the top five teams though in the NBA,
Mm,
you see, and of course I have mine. Change up, change up. I
go
had the
for it.
Bucks number one last week, and the Celtics too. I'm flipping them.
Oh, you
Uh,
flipping them.
yeah, I'm flipping them.
You had the who now? You had who number one?
I had the Bucks number one last
Correct,
week.
correct, correct,
Yeah,
correct.
but when Giannis threw the ladder and tried to tear the guy's arm off, I had to demote him. You know,
And let that man practice some free throws. He needs to
look,
practice
look.
those free throws.
But yeah, so I'm going with Boston number one, the Bucks number two. I'm putting Phoenix at number three. They're number two in the West, so I'm putting Phoenix at number three. I'm putting the Hawks, the Atlanta Hawks. Hopefully, they'll get that John Collins situation squared away. But I'm putting the Atlanta Hawks at number four. And with I like Ice Trey, and DeJounte Murray. So I'm going with that. And number five, remember, you heard it here, and this will be the only place you ever hear it.
Probably,
LeBron and the Lakers at number
probably.
five. That will be the only place you will hear this.
You ain't lying. You have never lied. If you ain't said something then. Oh man. Well, your list is fluid because it's gonna change. It's definitely gonna change, man. Say you had up
Yeah,
first.
because the Lakers are going to move up on my list a little later.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I don't know what list you gonna have in front of them. Maybe get some cats off Judson High School or somewhere like
But
that.
right now, we're just one off of being in the play-in.
Great accomplishment, man. Well, look here,
Yeah.
Phil, man. Let's shut this bad fella down, man. And I just want to wish everybody a safe and happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy food, enjoy friends, enjoy family, y'all. Because man, I just think, man, that the world right now, man, we just so intense, and we right there on that edge, man. That something can explode, dude. I mean, people out here driving. This road rage is just getting out of hand, and then these youngsters too that's out here that has no fear for life. None, man. They just shooting like it's the Wild Wild West, man. It's just bananas out here. What's going on? So y'all, let's try to stay safe. Let's try to just try to be better to humankind, man, humanity. Just be, I don't know, dude. It's kind of frustrating me. And what I'm looking at is the ones that are behind me. I don't live, so the ones that are behind us, Phil, them youngsters behind us, man, they're gonna catch it. They go catching it. They see they locking up they generation wealth. There's a few of us that's trying. I give it. There's a few of us that's trying and battling as black people to try to create some kind of legacy, some kind of generational wealth for our folks, our families. Man, it's not there. We need some new leadership. But anyway, Phil, I'm gonna let you add the last words. We'll get out of here, man. Like I say, everybody have a safe Thanksgiving, to eat a lot of food, have a lot of fun, man. Enjoy family, y'all. Go ahead, Phil.
Yeah, Vance. No, I just want to say that this is a time of the year to receive your blessings, but even more so, better in giving blessings. And just want to say from the my family 10 TV family to your family, have a happy Thanksgiving.
And we'll see y'all. For how I'm getting this paper. Life is heavy, you ain't getting mail, and ain't nobody gon' save us. So I can really give